You take the knight, and then he gives a check, and then you can like just move the king back, right? Oh no, wait, there's a queen. Noob reviews. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a noob and I'm going to be reviewing classic Grandmaster games without an engine. Today we're reviewing Victor Soultanbeieff and Eugene Liubarski. I might have butchered the names, but I'm gonna review this without an engine and try to figure out why these GMs make these moves. So Eugene has the white pieces and Victor has the black pieces, and they start with e4. And then black responds with e5. I usually bring my knight out after this, and opponent brings knight out. That's just how it goes. Simple. I think everybody understands this. I understand this as well. Bishop. I love this guy. Right? Okay. This is my opening. Right? Okay. This is what I do. So what I do is I go knight here. Okay. And for example, if they develop any other piece, for example, they go like fucking pawn here sometimes and stuff. Okay. Then I strike in the center. Alright. Otherwise, if they bring this knight out, I develop the bishop. This is how I remember it. Right. So, yep. So far, I understand this completely. This makes me feel like I play like a GM. In this situation, what I do is I move this pawn to prepare moving this pawn. Let's see if Eugene does the same. And he does. Yes. Okay. People usually develop this knight. Okay. But sometimes in my games, I've seen people bring this bishop back, but then I just move the pawn anyways. Right. There it is. It's happening. Very good. Okay. And then my opponent, usually they take the pawn. I take back. Okay. And then, they develop this knight. And then I develop this knight. And it's always like, oh my God. I have like the ideal setup. Okay. And then you can develop this bishop somewhere. Not here probably. No, but if they take, then you can develop it here as well. So let's see what they did. They brought out the queen. Okay, so I'm seeing a pattern here, right? In the last game that I did, right, I've never seen in my games people develop the queen here. But I think this is like sort of theory as well. So if somebody else does this to me, I will probably bring the bishop back and bring the queen out. I don't know why. What is the thing? I think it just defends this pawn twice. Because it's been attacked once and twice. Yeah, the rest of it, I have no idea. Okay, so he castles. Normal, simple move. Yeah. Here. Okay, so now, this is where, like, I don't know what to do. I feel like moving the bishop here makes sense. Like, so you defend this pawn. They can't take. So you'll just take back. And if they take here, then, the queen is stuck. So you can just move this queen here, and then that's just the thing. I don't know. Am I becoming a GM? I don't know. Okay, so he advances the pawn. Okay, so advancing the pawn, it does attack the knight directly. So, yeah, this sort of makes sense here. Like, if he takes here, you take back with the pawn or the bishop. I don't know which one is better. Okay. It's sort of opening theory. And I think from these games, I might be able to learn some of this as well. But so far, the game makes complete sense to me. Okay, knight goes back. I think this is to prepare this pawn to challenge it, probably. Or, I don't know. Okay. But yeah, this is also theory. I saw this in the last game as well. Yeah. Okay, bishop back. To protect this pawn. Oh, yeah. So the knight can take it. Okay. Good. So good so far. I think everybody understands this. There's no like genius level situation going on over here. Okay. Pawn. And then you move this pawn. Like, so they prepared this to pin the knight. But yeah, you can always, move the pawn here, and then, it's all a thing. Yeah, I understand. Till now, there is no move that I haven't understood. Okay, this I've understood as well. Like, so this bishop doesn't pin the knight. Okay. Okay, queen to e3. These are all like regular move. Oh. Alright, usually I have not seen this move happen where they move the pawn here. Like, it's usually when, like, in this situation where, like, the bishop is here and then you challenge the bishop and then the bishop moves back and then you move this pawn and then the bishop goes here. But this time the bishop is here and they have already made this move. Okay, so I think this is to restrict the bishop. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. It's not that super amazing for me currently. The bishop can still develop here or here. Yeah, this knight hasn't developed yet, which is sort of like a problem with this opening. Now, if you develop the knight here, then, there is, like, this bishop doesn't develop then. And if you develop the knight here, then, I don't know, the rims or grims or something. Okay, knight to h2. Very good. I don't actually know why knight to h2. I think it's prepares to go to this square. So, like, it's defended by the pawns. The pawn. And then you can, like, challenge this knight. If the knight takes, you can take with the queen and infiltrate or something. Black can also push the pawn and take the knight. Yeah, if they push the pawn here, you takes and take the knight as well. Like, I don't know. I don't understand it. But yeah, okay. I think this is to reroute the knight. I mean, it makes sense. Okay, so he pushed the pawn. You can just take the pawn now, right? And if this takes and then you take back, you win a pawn. Yeah? No? Yeah, you win a pawn this way, right? You take here, knight takes back, and then you take with the queen, and you win a pawn. Wait, why you take this way though? Yeah, wasn't taking with the knight a better idea? Yeah, wasn't taking with the knight a better idea? I mean, you take with the knight, he takes back, you take with the queen. I don't know. Yeah, this bishop. Yeah, I don't understand. Okay, but he took with the pawn. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. It's a free queen. Oh fuck! It's a free queen. Wow. Okay, jeez. Oh no. Okay, you can't take with the knight. Okay, you can't. Okay, wow. Okay, yes. All right. Okay, so you can't take with the knight. Okay, if you take with the knight, he takes back, and then that's just a free knight. Okay, that's just a free knight because I will never be able to see long distance moves. Jesus. Long distance moves, I will never be able to see. Okay, so if you take with the knight, that is just a free knight. If you take here, he just fucking takes the queen. Wow. Amazing. So you have to take. At least now we know. Alright, at least now we know that you have to take with the pawn. And if I would have played this, I would have taken with the knight and then lost my queen. W. Alright, W is in the chat. Okay, so you took with the pawn. Okay. Yeah. This pawn is defended by the queen, but it's got two by the queen. It's got two defenders and two. No, it has three attackers. So it'll probably have to add another defender to this, right? Like moving this pawn up. Oh, you can't move this pawn up because the bishop. What? Wait. So now what? Is this just fucked? Is that it? Well, this pawn is free though. You know? Yeah, this pawn is free. You can just take this pawn. No? Yeah, this would make sense as well. Like, to get the bishop here and then but then it is still a problem because he just takes. Yeah. He just takes, and if you take back, he'll take with the bishop. There's nothing you can do about it. Or he can just take with the bishop. Okay. If you take back, then he goes here. Or then there's two attackers on this situation as well. Yeah, it did open the file for the rook as well. Oh man, this is all getting very, very, very. Yeah, he did take the pawn. He did take the pawn. I would have taken the pawn as well. Let's go. I would have taken the pawn. No need to take the pawn. Black attack would make it stronger. Okay, so Eugene Liubarski was. He took the pawn. I don't know who won this game though. I'm not I don't look at that. I wanna see. But I feel like black will probably win. Okay. Takes here, and now what? Okay, now what? I'm gonna take as I would have taken the pawn. Okay. Now you can even move this pawn up here. And then it's defending the bishop. But he's just going to take this pawn. With the knight or the rook? I think the knight. Right? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. So he took with the knight. Now you can take back. And then you can protect this as well. But I don't know. Okay, he brings the bishop back. Now, if it took the pawn and then brought the bishop back, then this makes more sense to me now. But yeah, this is wild though. Yeah, I didn't see this idea that. Okay, so probably bringing the knight back was a bad idea for him. Okay, so now he can just take the knight, right? Wait, he took the knight here. I can just take the knight, right? You take the knight, and then he gives a check, and then you can just move the king back, right? Yeah. And then this would be check, and then you move the king back. Oh no, wait, there's a queen as well. What is happening? Okay. Okay, king g1. Oh, I get it now. Okay. So check with the queen. Oh, I get it. Check with the queen here. Oh, okay. Check with the queen, and if he moves back, then you just move the queen down. Pawn is being. So both the games, right? Both the games we've seen that the rook here pins this pawn. Yeah, and this is just checkmate now, right? There's no way to stop it. Oh yeah, and he resigns as well. He played the best move. There it is, boys. Wow, man. Victor Soultanbeieff. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of games where we've seen 2 games where the rook pins the pawn and then you can like check. Is there any way to defend this though? You can't even defend it with the queen. How do you defend this? There's no way to defend this, right? You could move the pawn. Is that a way to defend it? Yeah, this could be a way to defend it. Yeah. So why did he resign then? Man, I feel like most of the series is going to be why did he resign? Rook h8. Oh, but that yeah, there is no way to defend against this. Yeah, you will have to. Yeah, there is no way to defend against this. Oh man, this is brutal. Wait, why isn't this a move? Isn't this a move? Yeah, if it takes, you take and then isn't this a move? Like what would you do in this? He can still run. Queen will take and the rook is gone. No, if he takes here, right, you can take back. And then this is just so like what is the big idea? I don't understand. Rook check. Okay, so rook, you check with the rook. Okay. Queen takes. And then it's the same thing. No? I don't get it. F3, bishop takes. Oh, bishop! Man, this bishop. This bishop, you always forget about this one. Okay, so I think my problem here is I forget about these 2 bishops. That they are also like, if they're not developed on like a square, yeah, you give a check here. Wait, that's just checkmate. Yeah, you have to defend with this. And then you just take the rook with check. And then you've lost a rook. And I feel like losing a rook is death to these people. Like, it's like, now this is ultimate death. Yeah, you're up a rook, so you will win this. This is incredible. It's not the end though, not losing. The rook doesn't do much. So this was so then why do they resign so early, bro? But the f3 would before bishop f3 is more strong. Okay, wait. Oh, if you go f3, this is more strong. That's what you're saying. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. If you take the bishop here, then you run into checkmate. Oh, I get it now. So the best move was to resign. The best move was to resign. You can't go f3. If you go f3, okay, so this is the, let's just review all of this. Okay, let's just review all of this. So basically you took this pawn, came back here defending this. Okay, took this knight, you took back with the king. So here, what here is this the problem? Taking back the knight was taking back the knight the problem? Yeah, if you don't take back the knight, isn't, then what can you do? You don't take back the knight, you just take back this bishop. Can we do this? You just take back this bishop. No? You don't take the knight, you just take back the bishop. I don't know what move was winning here or something, but yeah, this, like, to me feels like, so the idea of taking here is, if you take, okay, you give a check with the queen, king has only one square, you go here, and then if you go g3, okay, rook slides over, and there's no way to defend. Okay, if you go f3, bishop takes with check, and yeah, you take the queen, and that's checkmate. So there is no way to. So actually, the whole problem is taking the knight here, right? Why not queen f3? Oh yeah, wait. Yeah, let's do this. Goes here and queen. No, queen f3 is just like, okay. So let's, if you go queen f3, he just takes the queen. Like, it's still lost. Yeah, that is just a free queen. What the hell is happening? Okay. So after this move, so I think where is the problem? The problem is taking the knight, right? It's just lost. It's just devastating. What if we move? If we take the bishop here, then what? Then you just take the rook, right? Oh, so you can't even. So you have to take this knight. Otherwise, it'll just take the rook. Oh man, wait, what? There was no way to get out of this. So I think the whole problem was taking this pawn. Was the whole problem taking this pawn? Wait, is there like analysis bar thingy? What was the actual problem here? Where did everything start happening? So this is the best move. It's saying it's the best move. It goes here. So this was the inaccuracy. And this was an inaccuracy. So what to do in this situation, bro? Like, what the fuck? What to do? What to do in this situation? Is this a better move? Yeah, he goes here, then oh yeah, this can't move. What to do here? Probably bishop b5 check. Bishop b5 check. Okay. But this is a mistake. Because then he just goes c3. Oh, here the best move would have been to go king h. That is an inaccuracy as well. What the fuck could I have done? Like, you know, so does this mean there is no way to get out of this? So it goes here. Oh, this is the mistake. Just taking the pawn is the mistake. Yeah. So don't be out there grabbing the pawns. Right? Don't be out there grabbing the pawns because like taking the pawn was the actual mistake. Wow. Can you believe this? So taking this pawn was the blunder. The eval bar goes down. So till here it's fine, you can take this pawn, but taking this pawn is the actual blunder. Oh. So he goes here, took the pawn, and then that was that. That was all she wrote. Yeah. There is nothing to be done here. There is nothing to be done here. This is where he resigns. Yeah. And the rest of the line, like I played, but like this is where he resigned. Yeah. Knight f3 was the idea. Okay. Yeah. Instead of going here, going back here was also an inaccuracy. So what to do in this situation actually? Probably bishop here. That is an inaccuracy. How do you? What is the best move here? What should be the best move here? Pushing the pawn. Yeah. So king h1. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But like it's still saying that this is an inaccuracy. The computer, but like fuck the computer. All right. Yeah, then this bishop doesn't pressure or anything as well. So yeah, this makes more sense. Okay, so this was our review of the Victor Soultanbeieff and Eugene Liubarski's game. Yeah, I will edit this down and we will have a video for this. Subscribe.